The new Sister Wives trailer just dropped and Robyn is playing the victim as usual. She's at it again, crying about the other wives leaving the family. But is she actually upset about everything falling apart, or is she just being manipulative again? Let's break down what's actually going on here. The new season of Sister Wives is about to drop and Robyn's out there making it all about herself again. We already know that season 18 is going to do with Meri and Janelle leaving Kody, so there's obviously going to be a lot of drama around all of that. But somehow, the most ridiculous thing about the trailer is still Robyn's reaction to everyone leaving. And there's really a lot going on in there between all of the other wives and Kody. Everyone's either arguing or having some pretty difficult conversations. Meanwhile, Robyn is just crying about not being able to live out her polygamous marriage fantasy. It just really shows how little she's actually concerned about the other wives. In one scene, Meri is telling Kody that she's not going to be around anymore.
I just wanted to let you know I'm not going to be around.
And it's obviously a really heavy and important moment. I mean, this means that things are changing in everyone's lives for real, and Meri especially wasn't really ready for that change for a long time. So it's actually really big that she even got to this point and she's saying this now. But Robyn doesn't realize any of that. Her reaction is to get upset and start crying about her porch fantasy.
I wanted to sit on a porch.
She's saying that she really just wanted to one day sit on the porch with her whole family.
With my sister wives, with our kids and our grandkids.
But now that everyone's leaving Kody, that's not going to be possible. And to be fair, I can see that she might be upset about her family falling apart. That would be a pretty difficult time for anyone. But it's pretty telling that Robyn's first reaction is to be upset about a fantasy that she has, because what she's actually crying about is a future that she envisioned for herself and everyone else. And she's upset that her fantasy is now falling apart. But if she actually genuinely cared about her sister wives, she wouldn't even be thinking about that right now, because they're going through a much harder time in their lives right now than Robyn is. And if she really cared about them, she would be really concerned for them. She would be trying to actually support them through this. But instead, she's just crying in the background and making everything worse for them. So it's obvious that she's really not that concerned about the actual people that the other wives are. I mean, even Christine is out there supporting Meri and Janelle. And she's been through this whole thing just recently, so I wouldn't blame her if she just wanted to stay as far away as possible. But we even see her in the trailer listening to Janelle and supporting her. And then there's Robyn talking to Meri. And in this scene, Robyn doesn't actually say anything. But just from context, it looks like she could be trying to convince Meri to try and stay with Kody. And it seems like Meri's trying to explain to her that there wouldn't be any point in that.
There's no question, Robyn. He's done with me.
From what she says, it's pretty obvious that Meri doesn't really want to stay with Kody. And if Robyn wanted to be a good sister wife to her, she would listen and support her decision. But it just really doesn't seem like she's doing that. It seems like Meri's whole process of actually deciding to leave Kody might be one of the main storylines of the season. There are actually several moments in the trailer that show her at different points in the journey. At the start, it actually doesn't seem like she decided to leave yet.
I don't want you to think that I'm walking away.
She's actually telling Kody that she's still willing to try and work on their relationship.
Because, sorry, I still have hope.
But then later on, she obviously moves on from that mindset. At some point, she's going to realize that there's no point in trying. That's obvious from her conversation with Robyn. And then at the end, she's finally ready to tell Kody that she's leaving. And knowing Meri, that must have been a pretty difficult journey and decision. So that really shows you just how bad things have gone in that family. And let's be honest, a lot of it is because of Robyn. Although to be completely fair to her, the situation could actually be pretty hard for her as well. I actually think there's a chance she's not just trying to be manipulative. I think she might be really upset about everything. It just seems like Robyn is someone who has no idea how to actually form a relationship with others and genuinely care for them. That would explain why she's so upset about the other wives leaving but isn't actually being there for them. We don't really know too much about her life before she married Kody, and especially her childhood, but we do know some things. She also comes from a polygamous family, and it's pretty easy to imagine that growing up, things might not have been ideal for her. She probably had some childhood trauma related to her family situation, and her image of what she wants from her own plural marriage is probably strongly influenced by that. So really, chances are that she's just trying to heal her inner child with her porch fantasies. And now that all the other wives are leaving, those fantasies are just getting completely ruined, and that could actually be be really genuinely upsetting to Robyn. But at the same time, it really doesn't make her much less of a villain here, because it doesn't really matter where she's coming from, she's still making everything harder for the other wives. Although obviously she's not as bad as Kody. He says something in the trailer that makes me worried about what he's actually going to do.
I should just be the devil I think I am now.
He's pretty much saying that he's going to stop trying to be nice to his wives from now on, and I mean, he's already pretty bad normally, and if that's actually him trying to be nice, I really don't know what to expect from the new season now. We actually get a little sneak peek of what that might look like right after. He goes right on to argue with Janelle about the relationship, and it's a pretty intense argument. Obviously, Kody is completely refusing to listen to what Janelle is trying to say, but all these things are actually pretty normal for him. So we'll see if he's actually going to try and be a worse husband than he already is. Really, the only person who seems to be having a good time in the trailer is Christine. I mean, this actually makes sense. She was the first one to leave Kody, and at this point, she's pretty much established herself in her new life. She even has a new fiance and all, but she's still coming back and helping out Janelle and Mary. And there's one scene where she even tells Kody he should just laugh about all of his wives leaving him, and that's honestly pretty iconic of her. She just seems so calm in comparison to everyone else, and I actually can't wait to see what's happening with her storyline in the new season, but it really seems like it might be the most wholesome one of all of them. Either way, this season is definitely going to be a roller coaster. Even the kids seem to be rallying against Kody now. There's a scene of them all talking at the table along with Janelle and Christine, and it's actually Garrison who says what everyone else has probably been thinking for a while now.
You know what, Robyn? Have him.
It's obvious he's fed up with Kody's shenanigans, and even some of the others are nodding to say that they completely agree.
We're all grown adults that don't need a father figure anymore.
So it really looks like things might finally be about to come crashing down even more than what we've already seen so far. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you think about Robyn's reaction to the other wives leaving? Do you believe that she's genuinely upset about it? Let me know in the comments below.